Okay, now we are in YouTube too. So later we can record for you and show the link for those who are not attending this meeting. It will be record, so if everybody can send a okay for record, it will be very nice. It is a big honor to introduce you Marcia Leitner, that is with me in Brazil today. Marcia is Executive Director of TPRF Foundation, and she's coming to South America to visit two countries, Brazil and Peru, two cities, São Paulo and Cusco. And we have the big honor to receive her. And I'm learning a lot with Marcia all those days. So I think that's a good opportunity for all of us to learn more about TPRF Foundation. Marcia?
Okay, well, welcome everybody. I'm really happy to be here today and to see that we have so many people joining us from not only from Brazil, but from other countries in South America. And I'm happy to be here to share a little bit about the Prem Foundation, what we do, and then specifically about the Peace Education Program, because this call is primarily for people who volunteer or maybe would like to volunteer for the Peace Education Program. So Yvette, should we go around? And
yes, I will call the name. And you can say in Portuguese or English or Spanish, whatever, and the translators will be translating. So if you're listening in Spanish, keep your channel in Spanish. If you are listening in Portuguese, keep your channel in Portuguese. The only one has to move the channel to be me here. So we are going to do in alphabetic order, and the first one is Anaide from Brazil. Anaide.
Can you say the name, where you're from?
Yeah, Anaide, please say your name, where you're from, and if you're doing something with the Peace Education Program today, please don't mention the past. Short. And also, if you want to do anything, or if you plan to do anything, or if you intend to do anything, it will be appreciated, but keep short. Thank you, Anaide. If you don't want to say nothing, it's okay, no problem. Everybody can open I think that they have to open their microphones. That's why they're not answering. Hold. I will open your microphone now, Anaide, okay? Anaide? You are authorized to say something, if you can now. Please, you can authorize to say something.
Oh, looks like
if you open your microphone.
Looks like it's on mute.
Yeah.
Ah, tá. Boa noite. My name is Anaide. E eu faço a parte de envio das avaliações dos educandos para a TPRF.
So she sent all the information for TPRF. That's good. Thank you, Anaide. Thank you for that. Let's go for Angel from, hello, Angel. Angel is an old friend from Paraguay. You can now open the microphone, and you can open the microphone and say a few words. Not a good time, right?
Hola, Ivette.
Hola, querido.
¿Me escucha?
Sí, muy bien. Yes, I listen to you. I heard you. Very well.
Bueno, solamente me conecté para enterarme un poco para este voluntariado para la paz a través de la TPRF, tener una idea más clara de lo que está sucediendo con la presencia de ustedes. Así que agradezco esta oportunidad de escuchar.
Agradezco a ti. He was very happy to be here. He wanted to know more about the possibility that helps. So, Antonio Sergio is the same. If you can help us be brief and also just few words about what are you doing the peace education program now. You are authorized to say something, Antonio Sergio. Only if you want, you can open the microphone. Antônio Sérgio, se você puder falar umas palavrinhas sobre o que você está fazendo com o programa agora e o que você entende ou pretende fazer.
Let's go on.
Ok. Beatriz, olá Beatriz, como está? If you can, please, I will authorize you to speak, and please, if you can share what are you doing with Peace Education Program now, and what you intend to do with Peace Education Program.
Ivete, desculpa, mas a Lely, eu acho que tem a Lely para falar.
Desculpa, não aparece aqui, tá, Paula?
Ela
Mas
está como Programa de Educação para a Paz.
É que eu estava seguindo a ordem alfabética. A gente continua seguindo a ordem alfabética, ela pode trocar o nome.
What did she say?
Her name is here is Programa de Educação, her name here is Programa de Educação para a Paz with P, but she say, my name is Aleli, I want to be first, but we are following the alphabetic list.
Oh.
Okay. So, Beatriz, do you want to say something?
You know, there's a lot of people. Maybe we should just
Yeah.
say, if somebody wants to say something,
Yeah.
raise your hand and we'll call on you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So as a lot of people is not saying or is not comfortable to say something, we are going to do differently. Those who want to say something, you can raise your hand, and we'll be calling those who that are doing the peace education program now, that want to share the experience and want to say what they intend to do. Thank you, Luisa. You raise your hand? Yes, I will. No.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, no. Yes, no, let's wait. Okay, Diva.
Yeah.
You were authorized to say something, Diva.
Ok, obrigada. Gostaria de agradecer sua presença, dizer que eu faço parte da equipe de facilitadores online.
She wants to thank you for the experience, and she is a
Programa de Educação para a Paz.
spiritual facilitator. Okay. Okay, thank you, Diva.
Obrigada.
Nada, obrigada a você.
Obrigada.
Now we know that Programa de Educação para a Paz,
Yeah.
the name is Alili.
Let's go there.
Let's go there. I will authorize you to say something, Alili. Let me first take your hand out. Where's Alili now? She disappeared again.
Is it under program?
Let me see. She went down.
Yeah.
Okay. Alili, you can say something.
Oi, vocês estão me ouvindo? Ah, perfeito. Bom, eu comecei a facilitar também o programa faz um ano e pouco, né? e estou muito feliz de fazer serviço com o PEP. E, bom, agora, neste momento, né, começou o ano passado na cidade de Recife, né, com um grupo de pessoas da prefeitura de lá. Nós começamos com um centro de convivência, né, que se chama Compás, e eles vão começar agora em outubro a facilitar. Serão três facilitadores, e que foram assistiram o PEP primeiro, e depois fizemos um treinamento com eles, vamos fazer mais um, e eles vão começar a facilitar. Bom, e agora eles vão começar a facilitar nas unidades, são 4 unidades desse... lá de Recife. Aqui em São Paulo, eu moro em São Paulo, né? Aqui em São Paulo, fazendo 3 casas de reabilitação para dependentes químicos, são cursos virtuais. Não, trabalho não, facilito. Sim, sou facilitadora para essas 3 casas, né? De reabilitação. E, além disso, também começamos a fazer o PEP em uma escola de governo, uma escola. Começamos com uma escola, e a gente está fazendo... Sim, estamos fazendo o PEP para os professores, um grupo de 15 professores. Isso. Sim, isso. E 2 salas de 2 classes, né, de alunos, são 30 alunos que estão assistindo dessa escola também.
Great, thank you.
Sim, e uma das professoras, e uma das professoras, terminando de assistir o PEP, vai começar a facilitar para os alunos também. Ela... Exato, exato. E agora, depois de amanhã, eu venho num simpósio da educação de escolas particulares, mas vai estar o secretário da Educação do Estado de São Paulo. Não vamos começar, eu vou nesse evento para apresentar o projeto do programa. O programa.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Luisa, I can give you the sound again. I don't know if you want to talk because you've tried before. And Cleide? Cleide, pode falar.
Olá.
Oi.
Olá, boa noite.
Boa noite.
Bem-vinda, Márcia. Ficamos muito felizes de ter você aqui conosco. Eu sou voluntária do Programa de Educação para a Paz. Hoje estou como coordenadora do grupo de avaliação dos cadernos dos presos. Estamos aqui desde 2019 e é uma honra aqui trabalharmos para a paz. Ficamos muito felizes mesmo de você estar aqui, representando a TPRF, coroando o trabalho da nossa CEO, Ivete, que coordena tudo isso com muita alegria, com muita gratidão, reúne essa família. Somos uma família. Bem-vinda.
Thank you.
Obrigada.
Wonderful to be.
Paula,
One more.
yeah. Paula,
Paula.
Paula,
Tá me escutando?
sim.
Tá. Seja muito bem-vinda, Márcia. É uma honra poder estar mostrando o nosso trabalho para você, e sabemos que você é a mensageira para a TPRF, então isso nos conecta ao mundo. Meu trabalho, eu sou voluntária há mais de 6 anos, do lado da Ivete, desbravando este mundo, para poder mostrar para as pessoas os projetos que tem. Hoje, especificamente, eu estou desenvolvendo toda uma estrutura interna da nossa associação, da nossa sociedade, para captação de recursos públicos e empresas privadas. Então, tem toda uma regra, tem toda uma legalidade, tem toda uma legislação que precisa ser atendida, e eu estou estudando e estruturando a instituição para que isso seja uma realidade para financiamento dos nossos futuros projetos, para que a gente possa ter mais lastro e mais força para poder disseminar melhor e manter esses projetos ativos ao longo do tempo. Gratidão por estar aqui e nos patrocine, né? Dá força para a gente. Vontade de trabalhar tem bastante, né? Mas, assim, a gente fica pensando, será que o pessoal da TPRF vê a gente? Então, hoje, eu sou muito grata, porque nós somos vistas por esse trabalho de formiguinha que a gente faz aqui. Gratidão.
Thank you. Yes, I know I know a little bit about what's going on in Brazil, but every day I'm learning more about the wonderful work that's happening here. So Yvette is filling me in, and a lot of other people are filling me in on all the wonderful projects. So maybe, is that okay? Maybe I could talk a little bit
I
about.
think that we have to open, I saw a lot of people from Argentina, from Chile, from Peru, for different countries. I don't know if you want to say something, guys. This is not a Brazilian meeting. And I see a lot of volunteers, young volunteers from Brazil that also, if they want to express something, Maíra, I feel comfortable. You are the young generation. So if someone wants to say something, it's the last chance. Los argentinos están muy calados, por eso que me deja
Well,
ver.
let's maybe go into the,
Okay.
but maybe there'll be a second chance at the end.
Então, she's going to give a second chance, huh?
Questions, yeah. So anyway, welcome everybody. I am so happy and thrilled to be here in Sao Paulo.
The volunteer wants to say something.
Oh, was a volunteer?
Yeah, Maíra, por favor.
Okay, one more person.
Yeah. Say, Maíra. The young generation.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm gonna speak in Portuguese because I wanna use our translation work. So eu vou falar em português agora, tá, gente? Vou aproveitar que as minhas estão traduzindo. Eu sou nova no projeto, eu comecei faz, acho que pouco mais de um mês, não chegou a isso. E eu estou muito feliz com o projeto, de ter descoberto esse projeto. Gostaria de ter descoberto antes até, e comecei recentemente a corrigir o caderno dos presos, e agora comecei me preparei agora para começar a facilitação também. Então, estou doida para saber o que tem nos outros países do projeto, que a gente pode melhorar aqui, e como é que a gente pode ajudar mais. Obrigada, viu, gente?
Thank you. I'll try to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just talk a little bit about the Prem Rawat Foundation. Because I know, it sounds like everyone is familiar with the Peace Education Program, but may not know about the other activities of the foundation. So the Prem Rawat Foundation was founded in 2001. So we're 22 years old this year. And Prem Rawat started the foundation because he wanted to really have a channel, a way to do more humanitarian work in the world. So a lot of the focus of the foundation is very much humanitarian, and it's also very international. When we say international, the Peace Education Program has been made available in 80 countries. So 80 countries. That's a lot of countries. Right now, this year in 2023, the program is active in 55 countries. Some of the countries are pretty small. They do a little bit here and there. And then some of the countries are very involved, and there's a lot of activity. And actually, Brazil, out of the 80 countries, Brazil is always in our list of the top 10 countries. And for quite a few years now, Brazil has come in #2, and Peru is #1. So let's give a big cheer for South America, because that's where the #1 and the #2 countries in the whole world in terms of number of attendees attending the Peace Education Program. So it's very powerful.
Yeah, I think there was the announcement.
Okay, okay.
Close the
Yeah.
door.
So the 3 programs, TPRF has 3 programs. One program is the Peace Education Program. Another program is called the Food for People Program. And that program, it's a beautiful program where the focus of that program is to provide one healthy, nutritious food in the local cuisine to children and in very impoverished communities. And by just getting 1 meal a day, it helps that child stay in school and go further in their education. And so we've started the program in 3 countries, in India, Nepal, and Ghana, in very poor communities where many children didn't go to school at all because they needed to work to support the family. And now we're seeing school attendance is going up. The children's health is getting better, much better. We're not seeing malnourished children, and they're finishing school, going on to higher education, and it's really helping the whole community. So that's a very exciting program. Earlier this year, I was able to visit the Food for People facilities in India and in Nepal. So I got to see firsthand what was going on. I've seen many videos. Some of you may have seen some videos, but it was very exciting to actually be there and see the great work that's going on there. And then our 3rd program is what we call humanitarian aid. And our focus for humanitarian aid is to help people who are suffering usually because of some kind of natural disaster or other huge kind of world problem that's happening. And so every year we give grants to other NGOs that are on the ground, actually providing food, water, medical care, supplies, housing, to many, many people around the world, usually people who have suffered from floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, all sorts of natural disasters. So that's the 3rd program of the Prem Rawat Foundation. So as I said, the focus is really on humanitarian work. And for us, we really see the Peace Education Program is an extension of that humanitarian work. And actually, the focus, the of the Prem Rawat Foundation is to address the fundamental needs for food, water, and peace. So maybe it's a little bit different. A lot of people think, well, food, water, shelter, medical care, those are fundamental needs, but actually be able to experience peace within yourself is also just a fundamental human need, the way we look at it. And that's why in a way, our focus for the Peace Education Program has been to provide it to populations where maybe are disadvantaged or are in difficult situations. So we've done a lot in correctional facilities, and we've done a lot with kind of health and wellness, people who are having troubles, maybe it's drug and alcohol abuse or other difficulties in their lives. And so we've been doing that for many, many years. And it used to be that correctional, working with inmates and prisoners, that was our largest part of the program. But more recently, actually, education is becoming the largest area for TPR, for Peace Education Program. And one reason why we're focusing our recently this year and going on next year and the year after, we want to focus more on education, because what we've been hearing from the prisoners is they said if they had known about this program, if they had gone through this program when they were younger, they would have made better choices in their life. They would have understood more and made better choices, and they wouldn't be in prison. So we felt, so now at TPRF, we want to have more of a focus on reaching younger people. So whether it's through school or it's through youth groups, youth organizations, different ways to reach younger people. So really proud to say that right now, with Peace Education Program, education is the biggest area that we're have the most people going through the program in 2023 is in the education area. And maybe I'll just mention, because this question comes up, is what age children do we offer the Peace Education Program to? And the program is really designed by, the whole curriculum of the program is designed by educators, and it's designed for children, well, for people age 14 through like 25. So it's really secondary school and university, college and university, and that's what it's designed for. It's not designed for children under 14. It's a little bit over their heads. We find it's not effective with that group. So we're really focusing on ages 14 and up. So those of you who are introducing it to schools, just keep that in mind when you talk to the teachers or the educators. See what else I could say. So one other thing I wanted to say about the Prem Rawat Foundation is that there's a lot of information online about the Prem Rawat Foundation. And we have a wonderful website, tprf.org is the website. And the website is translated into Portuguese and Spanish. And so a lot of effort, we put a lot of effort into translating it into Portuguese, Spanish, as well as French, Italian, and German. And recently, we just started translating the whole website into Hindi. Not the whole website, but a lot of the website into Hindi. So we're very excited about that. So we want to make our work kind of more accessible internationally to people who speak different languages. So please do go to the website, because there's articles and there's videos that talk about the current work of the Prem Rawat Foundation, and particularly about the Peace Education Program. And I know that I watch all the videos. I usually watch them before they're released. And to me, they're so inspiring. Sometimes I watch them 2 or 3 times just to be inspired by what people are saying. So it's a wonderful opportunity. If you want to volunteer, it's good to be able to know what's going on with the organization that you're volunteering for, not just in Brazil or in your country, but around the world, because it really is a global family. So I wanted to share just a few numbers, because I know we try to, one of the ways that we track how the growth of the program and the health of the peace education program is by how many people are going through the program, how many people are completing the program. And of course, we have surveys where people can talk, they can fill out a survey form to tell us what they think about the program. So these are the ways that we get feedback. And then I guess the other way we get feedback is sometimes we get little stories or maybe little things that people say during the in the peace education classes. Sometimes they write them down and send them to us. And so we get little expressions of what people say about the program. So this is the way we get feedback. So one of the big feedback that we get is through looking at how many people go through the program. So I'm happy to say that globally, first of all, the program started in 2012. So between 2012 and the end of September, 385,000 people have gone through the program. So a lot of people. And I wanted to mention in particular in South America, I couldn't go back to the very beginning, but I went back 5 years from 2019 to current. In South America, 127,000 people have gone through the program. So you could see about 1/3 of everyone who's gone through the program is from South America. So it's very, very powerful what's going on here. And in this year, from January through end of September, 38,000 people in South America went through the program. Around a little over 21,000 in Peru, and almost 15,000 in Brazil. And in addition to that, Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Uruguay have all reported courses this year. So there's a lot going on in South America this year. And I think there's a lot of potential for even more to happen. So I think that's all I want to say for now. I'm going to turn it over to Yvette.
Yeah, just to follow up, you guys, what's happened in Brazil. We are doing peace education program for several different areas in different ways. Most of them, because of we have hundreds of volunteers. We have 250 volunteers that work every week for us to support all the peace education program. And this is a very strong job that we have. So we have a strong program for volunteers all night during all years. And we have every night at least 15 to 20 volunteers preparing themselves to help us in different ways. We have 250 facilitators in Brazil, most of them in the prisons, of course. But out of the prisons, we have a lot of Mairas and others facilitators that we're talking with you today. We have more than 400 courses that are concluded, and most of them are from prisoners, homeless, refugees, teachers, students, and volunteers, and as we're saying, addicted people too. So we have a different scenario of different publics. Most of the peace education programs that happen here are person to person. We have only one virtual course that is every day for the volunteers training. And this is also something that is changing, right? In the beginning of after the COVID, it was more virtual courses. Now we have much more person-to-person programs, and this is very good because people need people. So it is very good to be with them and to see their reactions and feel what they are thinking and what their expressions. And that's it. What's happening in Brazil now?
Oh, good. So I wanted to say a few words about just some of the from TPRF Peace Education Program, just on a global basis, to talk a little bit about what some of our goals and what our strategy is around those goals. So I guess our basic goal is just to grow the program, is to give more and more people around the world an opportunity to go through the program, have their own experience. And, you know, based on the feedback we've gotten, people are really benefiting from the program. People's lives are changing. Sometimes we hear people's lives are being transformed by the program. And I think, you know, we also hear a lot about people kind of learn more about themselves and what's important to them, and also learn how to make better choices in their lives. So we get beautiful feedback, you know, every day about the program. And I know I'm very passionate about it, and a lot of people are very passionate about it. So I think our overall goal is just to grow the program. We'd like to focus a little bit more on education, but it's not only education. There's many, many sectors where it's successful. It's successful in corrections, successful in drug rehab. We've seen that, drug and alcohol rehab. Even in the government, you know, in the civic and the government area, and the nonprofit area, wellness area, and then even just in communities, that want to get together and get a group of people together in a local community hall and go through the program. So there's no, you know, there's many, many different ways that you can offer the program. And one thing that we've talked a lot about with one of our goals is how can we make the program sustainable? So sustainable means it could just keep going. And so one of the things that we talk about and that we've seen happening in some places is that the program can just grow on its own. Once we get it started, sometimes it can just keep growing without a lot of effort. And so I'll give you an example. An example would be to introduce the program, let's say, to the Minister of Education in a city or a state or a region. And then the Minister of Education says, oh, I'd like to have this program in all the secondary schools. So maybe there's 50 schools, 100 schools in the area. And then what we do next is we bring together the teachers and have the teachers go through the peace education program. So they have their own experience of the program. And then after that, we would work with the teachers who want to offer it to their students to give them a little extra training of how to best facilitate the program, give them some tools and some coaching on how to offer the program. And then the teachers offered the program, and then every year they keep offering the program to the new students, on and on and on and on. And it's a beautiful, sustainable model because the facility themselves is putting in the time and the resources and the facilitators to deliver the program. And one thing, because we think about a lot, is if volunteers, we don't have enough volunteers around the world to really grow the program the way we want to grow it. So really there's two ways to grow it. One is have the facilities, have the institutions facilitate it themselves, deliver it themselves. Or the other way is to bring on more volunteers, to recruit and bring on more volunteers. And I wanted to mention that because I think Yvette and the team here have done such a beautiful job of bringing in so many new volunteers who maybe the first time they've heard, you know, they've never even heard of the peace education program, but they, you know, have volunteered for it and they've gone through it. And now they're helping in so many different ways, not only facilitating, but helping with the surveys, putting the surveys into our, you know, computer system so that we can put together reports and we can do research studies. There's so many wonderful things that the volunteers are doing here in Brazil. And in a way, I feel like it's a model for possibilities for other countries as well. I know in some other countries, we're also bringing in lots of new volunteers. In South Africa, there's lots of new people coming and wanting to volunteer. And so that's just that's how I see it can grow, is just to keep it sustainable by either having more volunteers helping deliver the program or by having the institutions deliver the program. And then finally, because there are so many volunteers on the call today who are doing wonderful work, both the new volunteers as well as maybe people who have been volunteering for 10 years, 20 years. I want to warmly thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do, because it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of dedication, and I can see that, I can feel that. And TPRF is a very small organization. We have maybe 15 paid people, you know, people who are paid, and many of them are part-time. So really the efforts that are happening in these, you know, around the world is due to the volunteer effort. So thank you so much. Do you want to say anything else?
No, just my gratitude because you guys make this possible. I think that Paula want to say something. Paula? You raise your
Olá,
hand.
boa noite. Quero sim. Primeiro eu quero agradecer.
You go to English?
Yeah, let's go.
E em segundo lugar, eu quero convidar a Marcia, se for possível, na terça-feira, a participar do nosso clube de avaliação de redação. Que é onde a gente fala sobre o livro do Prem Rawat, Ouça Sua Voz. E a gente treina os novos avaliadores. Então, você será muito bem-vinda, Marcia. Muito obrigada.
Thank you so much. I've heard about this. I leave it up to Yvette. Yvette has my schedule. Do we have time?
Okay, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
For those who doesn't know what we are doing is, of course, is a new training because nobody does what we are doing.
Unique.
Yeah, we are sending the book here yourself to the prisons. The prisoners read the book yourself, and they do a small essay, a brief with 50 lines about what they read in the book. And then the evaluators have to evaluate if what they wrote is exactly what is the book or not. If it is in the book, they get 4 days out of the prison, only because of that. So it's a good prize. And we hope that they will do their best to really read the books. We have 1,500 books in the prisons in the states of São Paulo and Minas Gerais. All of them was paid and by the effort of our volunteers. We have a constant campaigns to get the money. That's why Paola was saying about that. It's a big effort to buy more books, to have more information. And we had to develop a training for this program because the evaluators had to have to understand what's going on, if it was okay. So we select some few sentences or areas from the book, and we combine with Prem Rawat talking about this chapter or this story of the book. So it's a combination of the book and Prem Rawat, the author, commenting this part of the group. I'm suspect to say that is wonderful because of that, but the results are very good. The evaluators like the program and they are very enthusiastic to do this effort to read all the sentences. Paula, representei bem? Quer acrescentar alguma coisa? Paula está quieta.
Não, é só isso mesmo.
Paula is the coordinator of this action. That's why she's saying, please, look at my job. We are doing a big effort. So she's coordinating. Someone else want to say something and then they then give up?
And we can have questions too.
And maybe someone have questions. This is the moment. I think
Oh,
that's
there's a
Aline de
question.
novo.
Oi,
Oi.
posso falar? Ah, ok. Sim, eu gostaria, como eu estou começando a trabalhar com escolas, né? Eu já sei sobre o PEP-EDU, né? Eu estive na Austrália e lá falaram de uma pequena apresentação do PEP-EDU. Já sei que ele está sendo aplicado em muitos países, né? Como Austrália, Inglaterra, Nova Zelândia, Estados Unidos, mas eu não sei quando que vai chegar esse material no Brasil. Eu já vi na página do TPRF, já tem algumas informações, mas hoje, para as escolas, a gente está usando o PEP Collection.
Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I meant to mention that. So PEP EDU is a new course. So as many of you know, we have PEP 1, PEP 2, PEP 3, and PEP Collection. And PEP EDU is a fifth course designed for students, secondary school and university and college. And it was put together about 2 years ago, and it's been piloted in many countries around the world. However, it's only been piloted in English because it hasn't been translated yet. So what's happened is the pilots are pretty much finished now, and we collected all the feedback from the teachers and the students. And now we decided back this summer that we're going to make some changes to PEP EDU. We're going to put in some shorter videos. We're also going to, some of them we said was too long, so some shorter segments of the videos. And also maybe some new little video segments that are more related to the theme. So we got some feedback saying it would be good. Some of the segments are not so much related to the theme. So we're going to work on that. And so all that is happening right now. It started in, I think, the end of July, and they're doing the edits. They're picking out the new segments. And we hope to have it finished by the end of this year, probably early next year, to have it finished. And it's as soon as it's finished, we will get it translated in the most important languages are Spanish and Portuguese, because that's where the activity is. So we will make it a big priority to have that translated. And then what's unique about the PEP EDU is that we have a special team, a special PEP EDU team, where people who want to offer PEP EDU, whether they're facilitating it or whether they're going to the schools and talking to the teachers about it, that this team has many resources, has a lot of written resources, it has PowerPoints, it has video resources, a whole package of resources. So when you go into the school, you're very, very prepared, because that's what we found. It's very important to be prepared when you go into a school, because you need to be able to answer maybe many questions. And they may ask you questions about what research have you done? Where's your evidence that this works in the schools? So this PEP EDU team has a little seminar they do, which will really help you, prepare you, before you go into the schools. So we hope to build that team up to have people who speak all different languages. I think right now, most of the team members are English speaking. I don't know what other languages we have. So we need to have good support on that team in Spanish and in Portuguese.
Yeah, I've heard that there is Italians too.
Italians, yeah. So just be a little bit patient. What's happening around the world right now in the schools is that people are using PEP CL in the schools, and because to keep the videos short, to have more time for the activities. So there's many activities, lessons and activities that the students can do, and that really makes it more alive and more interesting for the students. Not just to watch videos, you know, but they're doing activities that relate to the materials. So the PEP EDU will have a wonderful facilitator guide with lesson plans for the teachers. So it's really designed for the teachers to bring it to their students. Or in some situations, we're also looking for teachers, volunteers who are teachers or are retired teachers who would like to bring it into the schools. But we really would like it to be more teachers bringing it to the students rather than just volunteers without any teaching experience, if possible.
Just one thing that we are trying to do in Brazil is exactly what Marcia is saying. We have homeless, facilitating the program with homeless. We try to get refugees, facilitating the program. It's not that easy to get all these people facilitate, but the experience that we have in the prison, it's much, much better when the prisoners are facilitating to the prisoners. So the idea is really someone in the same style of life or category or education, I don't know, but they listen each other better and they understand each other better when they recognize that they are from the same area or the same population or same segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. If possible, but there's also opportunities for volunteer facilitators.
Let me see
Not from
who's going to. It's always,
question.
yeah, there is, but I have to find who.
There's,
Yeah,
okay.
the participant. Okay. Let me see who is. I don't know what's happened here.
Acho que é a Lili.
Tá.
Yeah,
Okay.
she just asked.
Não, Lili, acho que você quer falar mais alguma
Mais
coisa?
uma coisa, rapidinho. Sinto muita falta de material também. Os logotipos em português, para montar os slides, os PowerPoints, para passar. Eu pedi já para o Brand Guide.
What?
You ask it to Brand Guy. I don't know his brand.
Brand Guide. Brand Guide, @ PEP, ou TPRF.
Yes, I think
O e-mail que está no site para pedir os logotipos. Você recebeu os logotipos. Logo files.
right. Yeah, we have a process. I think it's on the website. There's an email address you can write to. But we just like to know, we want to know how you're going to use the logo and what you're going to put it on. So if you put together a brochure, we'd like to see the brochure. If you're putting together something, we'd like to see that. And that will give us a chance to kind of work with you and make sure has the most recent information. And then we can have a logo.
Eu já fiz tudo isso.
She did already everything, so she
okay.
must expect.
Okay.
There are some people from other countries here again. There is people from Bolivia, people from Peru. Lily, do you want to say something?
Yeah, Lily.
Yeah, and guys from Argentina. I'm Pablo, and who else? Silvia Trabuco, if you want to say something. But I want to invite especially, I don't know why, Rosie and Monica are so quiet. For me, it's wonderful to see you so quiet, or Homero, Danilo, people that used to talk more than me. If you want to say something, the moment is now. They talk a lot, more than me. I don't know why they're so quiet. Carmen,
People.
yeah. Carmen from Chile. Gianfranco.
Oh, I know. We could talk maybe a little bit about the support reps.
Yeah.
we have support reps in South America. And and Yvette is one of the support reps. And I thought Yvette could say a little bit about different ways a support rep can help support you, particularly if you just want to get started. If you want to get started, or if you're doing something and you have kind of a question about how to do something, or what's the best way to reach somebody who you'd like to talk to about opening up a new opportunity. So Yvette, can you say a little bit about support?
I'm rep since, I think that since it started, since the beginning. South America has two reps. One is me for Portuguese, and the other is Patricia Lopez from Spanish. And we work together, both of, it's basically a teamwork. The rep is the one that if you start to do the program, we will show you how to achieve we receive a letter saying exactly how you can achieve the portal, how it's going to move. But you have any doubt, if you want to have any doubt with statistics or with reports, you can call the rep anytime. Also, we do a lot of translations and preparations of materials at all. For PEPEDU is totally translated by us. We have it in a PowerPoint. We used to send to many authorities and to many schools. So there's a lot of local material that the rep can provide to the licensees and for those who are working together. And also the new videos that are going on, the new possibilities to open new ways to do it. And if you have any doubt on it, the rep could help in many different ways. If we start in a new segment, I'm not sure, I never worked with the segment before. If we don't know, we can contact the reps worldwide, say, guys, did you work with the segment before? Do you have an experience with this? Or do you have this material? It happened with us. We need material in French for the refugees, for the Haiti guys. So, and we had to have not a formal French. So I went to Francis, that is rep for French in Africa. I say, Francis, I need your French to our people here. And he sent me as soon as he could. So this kind of connections the PEP can do, and the PEP can make you more confident to do the next steps, and also to avoid the mistakes, avoid the risk to have a mistake in a PEP that is in beginning. Because mistakes can happen, and mistakes are not good.
Feel bad.
Take risks that are not necessary. Even if with the rep support, you can take risks. But anyway, it will be a risk in a team concept. It will be quite better than to try alone, aleatory, trying to do and check and see what's going on. Let's try, let's go, and nothing happens. So this could happen. See, we have a question from Gianfranco from Italy. And so Gianfranco has a raised hand. Do you want to? Gianfranco, I'll give you. I can allow you to say something in Portuguese, Gianfranco. Would you mind?
We don't have
Yeah, I don't have
Not
translation.
in English. I can say in English if you want.
I prefer Gianfranco.
Okay. No, it's just a few words to speak about the big job behind the scenes I'm doing with my teams, collecting data on the data.
Gianfranco, your sound is not good.
Is not, yeah.
We cannot hear you. I think that I've heard Martin. I don't know who is Martin. Check your sound.
Yeah, wait a second. I put on my earphones. It will work better. So I was saying that there's a big job behind the scene to keep data
to keep track of all the data regarding the evaluation of the books and all the things that the volunteers does, and to collect statistics. And there's a team of 15 people working on the website in order to develop a system that allows us to easily expand. In fact, this is a system that can be also make it available for other countries too, because it's thinking in a well, I mean, structured way, and it's a professional database, so that works on the website. So it's completely manageable by remote.
I see talking about
That's
website
only.
database.
Yeah, hold, I have to translate a little bit. He's telling that what we are doing, we have a website that is a database. So all the volunteers, all the thousands of volunteers, when they arrive, they just subscribe a name, etc., and this goes for the database. So the database knows where the volunteer is, what he's doing, how many times he's doing, which peace education program he's facilitating, which peace education program he's participating, and follow all the activities. And this brings us final accurate statistics in the end of the month, and also a complete follow-up that everything that are running in different areas and in different ways. And he was saying that there is a huge number of people working in the website to do the system for free, because it is a very expensive system if you do it independently. And he's saying that's open to other countries if it's necessary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You get a demo of.
No, we could. Yeah, I mean, let's wait. Let's wait to have the first version online, because now we are working half offline, because we are in the middle of releasing the first version online. But the way it is structured is it will be available. I mean, easy to expand. That's
well, yeah. Well, let's get it up and running in Brazil, and you can be the pilot.
Yeah, sure.
For this website, because I think you're right. One thing we're struggling with is, the database. We collect data on facility, on licensee, facility, and then the courses, start date, end date, number of attendees, number of completers. But the database could have more. But for example, put down the name, like we would like to know who facilitated that course. We'd like to know who's facilitating what, and keep track of what's going on with the facilitators.
Yeah, and we know.
Yeah, we don't know, and on the global basis.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Well, we'd be interested to see what you develop.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this will help very much when we talk about the prison systems, guys. We are working basically in a huge work. We're talking about 60 units of prison. So we had to develop this control accurate to know everything what's happening in each place, because we have partners, not only TPRF, but we have people that support us, people that give us money. So we are really accurate in our numbers and trying to answers back. Thank you, Gianfranco. Thank you for effort and your 15 guys.
Yeah, it's great. I just want to echo what you said about. I know a lot of people say, well, why do we have to report the attendance all the time? And it's too much trouble. I don't know how to log in. I don't remember my password. We hear this all the time. But I just want to say that it's so important to us to know what's going on. And this is how we know what's going on, because I can't just read your minds to know what's going on. But when we see reports of the courses and how many people are going through it and who are the people, are they students? Are they teachers? Are they inmates? You know, there's so much information that we can get from those reports. We get such a beautiful snapshot of what's going on in a region and a country just from those reports. So they're really important. So please, take the time. If you're a licensee, that's one of your main big responsibilities, is to report what you're doing, what courses are happening under your license. So
I'm working on the license of Yvette.
That has a license, and a lot of people are working under that license, which is fun.
Yeah.
Need your own license early, because
everything was starting because the number to follow the prisons it grows so much that would be impossible to follow manually. So we needed to pass it to some electronic management.
Yeah, I know they have a spreadsheet, but this sounds better what you're doing.
No, spreadsheet is not enough.
Thank you, Gianfranco. Let's go for Paula. Let's go for Paula again. Fala, Paula.
Tem uma mensagem de uma voluntária que não consegue falar.
Who is?
Que é a Rosane.
Ela
quer agradecer a marcha.
Peraí que eu vou abrir aqui, eu já dou, Rosane, não é Rosana, né? Rosane
ela está sem microfone, Ivete.
Mas já dei o microfone para ela pode falar se ela quiser.
Então, Rosane, por favor.
Eu não queria falar, não.
Eu sabia que você não queria falar.
Já que me deram a palavra, eu gostaria de falar que eu admiro muito o trabalho de vocês. Eu estou podendo colaborar muito nos últimos meses, mas eu admiro muito o trabalho da TPRF e da Ivete.
So she's she's happy to help, and she couldn't help so much last year because she goes for the person-to-person programs. So she's upset because she couldn't attend all the person-to-person programs. But no problem, I forgive you.
Don't worry. Just do what you can.
I will allow you to come.
You don't have to be a facilitator. There's other things you can do to help. Yeah.
But she's very good with homeless. Please
don't tell her.
Don't tell her to. So for homeless, she has the patient that I don't have. I wish that she continued with her.
Okay.
Someone else? Alguém mais quer falar?
Any questions for me or?
Alguma pergunta? Depois vai ficar todo mundo triste porque não pode perguntar, hein? No question. I think that it was clear.
Okay. And I think we're just about at time. So
everybody want to have a pizza or
dinner,
drink some wine. I don't know. Nobody wants to say nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. It was really wonderful to be here today and to see so many people involved with Peace Education Program and hear about the wonderful work you're doing. It was just very, very beautiful for me to see that.
One person will raise your hand. Fala, Paula.
Oh, Paula.
Tem uma mensagem da Zuli. Ela pergunta se tem alguma forma de dar segmento ao PEP com o PIC.
She wants to include PIC after PEP.
Do Programa de Educação para a Paz com o PIC.
Can I say something about PIC?
Yes.
So for those of you if you don't, I've not heard of it, PEAK is Peace, Education, and Knowledge. And it's a separate course. So there's PEP, Peace Education Program, and that's a Prem Foundation TPRF program. And then there's PEAK, and it's an online program. So we don't have, it's not a facilitated program, it's an online program where you can further your learning. So even for people who go through PEP, we can let them know that PEAK is available, but it's really up to them. It's very personal, individual kind of online program that you can go through. And right now, unfortunately, it's not available in Portuguese. And actually the PEAK, the way to get to the PEAK is you need to download an app, the Timeless Today app, to get to PEAK. And I think it's in Spanish, right?
Yeah,
It's in Spanish, it's in English, a few other languages, but it's not in Portuguese yet. So what's happening with PEAK is that the PEAK videos are being revised. Not a big revision, but some revisions are being made to those videos. And when those videos are finished, then PEAK is going to be translated into many more languages, including Portuguese. So hopefully sometime next year, PEAK will be available in Portuguese. But for now, if you're interested in PEAK, if you speak English or Spanish, it is available. So
just one thing,
Yeah.
if you want to say something, please raise your hand and then I open the microphone. I saw that a lot of people is complaining about the don't have microphone because of that, because of the system, it's working this way. Fala, Paulo.
So anything else about PEAK? Is that clear? Oh,
Mas agora não é recado não, é só uma pergunta mesmo. A gente tinha combinado de passar um vídeo no final.
She wants to show a video.
E eu quero saber se a gente vai passar.
She prepared a video for you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Tá bom?
Maybe we can end with the video.
E se alguém tiver alguma pergunta, levanta a mão, porque senão eu não vou descobrir que você quer fazer pergunta. Infelizmente, o sistema tem limites. E se queres fazer uma pergunta, por favor, raise your hand, levanta a mão, porque senão não há como saber se tu queres fazer uma pergunta, está bem? Ou fazer algo, dizer algo. Então, Paula, você é a director.
Vamos ao vídeo?
Senhora.
Ah, peraí, que eu acho que tem alguma pergunta. Ah, não tem. Então, vamos ao vídeo.
You have a mind and you have a heart. You're balanced. If you learn how to use both of them equally, not only will you be in peace, but you will prosper. Most people only know how to use one. The heart they don't understand. I say the heart, and people go, what are you talking about? What is this thing called the heart? Well, let me tell you what it is. Heart is the place where the courage resides. The courage to move on, to go forward, to fulfill who you really are. Heart is the place where your truest wisdom resides. Heart is the place where you will find your passion. Heart is the place where you will find your compassion. heart is the place where you will find the quest, the thirst for being fulfilled. All that is good in you, not from the perspective of the world, but that is good in you from the perspective of a human being, is the place where all these beautiful things reside. And that is the place referred to conveniently as being the most important, and thus called the heart. That's what a heart is. The courage. The courage to seek clarity in the midst of confusion. When everything is going wrong, the courage to say, no, I want clarity. I want to be fulfilled. Have you experienced this courage? Have you felt this courage? Have you understood this courage? It's your power to thrive in this world, to thrive, to shine, to be. You don't need fear. You need strength. And the strength that I am talking about is inside of you. Knowledge of the self, of you. So you can understand, so you can see, so you can feel, so you know. To welcome every single day like you will not get another one. And that's when every day starts to become a gift.
Bon,
Wow.
for those who don't know,
Beautiful.
yeah, these videos are produced by Paula, that's coordinating the area of the book inside the prisons. And this is part of our workshops talking about the book. And there is a chapter that talks about love, and Paula told me we need to do something with love. And she showed, so this beautiful thing is beautiful thing. It was the credits are for Paula on it. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah, thank you, Paula. Beautiful. So, thank you, everybody, for coming. I hope to meet, so I met some of you in person. I hope to meet more of you. And
That's
please,
first.
I was gonna say, please reach out to me, reach out to Yvette, reach out to pep@tprf.org. If there's anything we can do to support you, we're here to support you. We're here to really work together as a team and help each other. So we don't have to do this by ourselves. We can all, even if we live remotely, we can all help each other. So thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.